logged in like 20 minutes ago, and there's already a mob on here waiting. And I know we'd announced there'd be no call last night, and I said, well, let me just dial in and check. And sure enough, there's a big mob on the call last night, so we had a call anyway, just building up to tonight's call. But it is exciting, and Armin has joined us, and so I guess we're ready to get started. So tonight, I'll turn it over to you, George, to welcome our guest speakers we have, and again, that'll also include Armin and myself.
Sure. Well, this is George Hoagland, and thank you, Paul. And Armin, what a momentous day this is. I know how hard you've worked. I've been down there for the last 2-3 weeks, and you've worked around the clock and working with the IT department down in Florida to get to this point. I know it is a huge point, but I know we have a lot more to go, and people are anxious. And I know Ed and Leah down there. I think we do down in the office, but rather than take up a lot of time, let's turn it over to Mr. Armin Tamarian, which is the CEO of Vista Network. And Armin, we're all anxious to hear where we are, what your feelings are right now, what you have to tell everybody, and what we expect this week. And first of all, congratulations to you, Louis, Hector, and the team there, Emery and Dante, and where we are right now. And thank you for all you've done. And let's hear where we're going from here and what your thoughts are.
Hey, George. Good evening, everybody, and good evening to our chairman of our advisory board, Mr. Paul Morris. Thanks for getting on this call again, and thanks for leading this incredible movement going forward here at Vista Networks. I'm so proud. This is really a proud moment. All the team here at Vista Networks has worked really hard to make this moment possible. So as one of the co-founders, on behalf of all the co-founders, and as the CEO of this company, I just want to say that I'm really proud of all the work that has been going on behind the doors, behind the scenes to make this moment really possible, and we're here. So all the efforts, everything we have done, have arrived us to this moment here where we can launch our company and this great movement, what we're about, what Vista Networks is about, what the Mini Miner is about, what we've always wanted to accomplish as a company. This is a company that's for the people, by the people, by the people, for the people. This is a grassroots movement, and we are so excited that today our super, sophisticated back office and website came on, went live in the morning, sometime Sunday here, and I wasn't even aware myself. I thought maybe it would go on tomorrow, but they surprised us, and they launched this incredible back office dynamic software. And I'm looking at the site. There's already been just under 19,000 people that have visited the site just today in the last few hours. Over 3,000 people have actually been able to access the site. Our rankings on Alexa.com are shooting up the roof. Vista Networks is a company that's going to really be the company that's going to have this grassroots movement where we're going to deliver what we promised. And our promise is to deliver a whole mob of people going from zero to hero, and it's okay because we've all been there. We've been on the very bottom, and and we can go to the top together and really have this amazing situation where we have all these success stories. I'm glad today to be on this call to highlight some of the achievements and to share with you guys what's happening going forward. I'll also be able to bring Raj on the call. He's just waiting for my cue to get on the call. So as soon as you guys are okay, I'll three-way him in, and he'll share with everybody, the world. This is really a special moment, everybody. Vista Networks 2.0 has started officially. So everybody can, applaud themselves and be proud of this moment. This is a company with the 3 Ps. The people, the product, the plan, it's all in there. The other thing that I wanted to kind of maybe spend a few minutes on, George, is kind of touching up on our mission statement, or what the Vista Networks Technologies company and our company is about. And I would probably summarize it in this 3 acronyms. And I got to give credit to one of our staff here at Vista, Carlos Santana. He's our director of Latin America development, and he's the one who gave me this acronym. I said, Carlos, can I share this with people? He said, of course you can. So I said, thanks. I'll make sure I'll give you credit. So all the credit to Carlos. But Vista's mining division, RPM Vista, which is responsible for the mini miner. The mini miner is the first version of our mini miner is at our office right now mining. It's hashing so efficiently without any errors. It's unbelievable. And I know there's some leaders there right now. I'm going to open the door for them to see it. Our second version of the mini miner, which we're going to start fulfilling and shipping out very soon, is a version that we're going to actually film video and probably blast it out to everybody. But that's going to be a 2-time or 3-time more powerful technology product. And Carlos shared with me what RPM stands for. When we decided on a name for our mining division here at Vista, we decided on RPM Vista. RPM is an acronym for revolutions per minute, just like you have in your car. But RPM also stands for, at our company, the acronyms results, purpose, and map. Results, purpose, and map. I'm proud to say that we have created a product at Vista, the mini miner. We have created a back office at Vista, the $6 million+ dynamic software that nobody probably has in the industry, that's now live, powering the Vista networks, powering every single individual out there with a mini miner in their hand, an ammunition and a weapon that can just really change their world and change everybody's world, powering all of that. And I'm proud to say that we're going to have a quality company here at Vista with a quality back office powering you guys, with a quality product, the mini miner that creates results, and are what we are about. Purpose. The purpose of Vista, the purpose of our company, the purpose of the co-founders, the purpose of the leadership, our purpose is in line with your purpose. We care about the people. This is a company for the people, by the people, by the people, for the people. Our purpose is really strong. Our product is made in America. We're going to put the American flag on our product, and we're going to be proud that it's made in America. And when people buy the mini miner in South America, in Colombia, in Argentina, and somewhere in Asia or somewhere in Europe, there's going to be the American flag on there, made in the USA, and we're proud that our product is made here. Our purpose is to help the people, everybody, to take the individual that has no experience at home, to take the person that has no chance and give them something where they can flourish and prosper. And the map. Our map, the map here at RPM Vista and Vista Networks is your GPS. It's your GPS, and that's the leadership from Paul Morris down, from all the great leaders that are here, from the co-founders and their visions that we share with you, from the purpose and the vision and the mission of our company and what the mini miner can do. Our map is your success. So our company at Vista is wrapped around all of this, George, and I'm so proud that today we can say we're ready to launch. And everybody was waiting for this incredible back office to come live, and here we are. It's live, and we've gotten so many people so fired up today. It's incredible, incredible. We're going to see a movement, a grassroots movement that we haven't seen in many, many decades.
Very true, Armin, and well spoken, and hats off to you again for what you've accomplished. And before we bring Paul on, which is the chairman of Executive Council, I'd like to bring maybe a speaker or two on just to give their words of what they're seeing, what they think of the back office, and then we'll have Paul kind of outline what's going to happen this week and how we can do any corrections, get a hold of customer service, and what we need to do to get ready to really put up the link to actually start purchasing our mini miners. So I didn't know if Scott Chandler, Scott, are you on by any chance?
Yes, I am here, George.
Hey, Scott, how are you, buddy?
Doing great, brother. Doing great.
Back and forth, all leaders, and they're so excited. What are you hearing from everybody? What do you see? And you've been in this industry so long, seeing a lot of launches. I know it took time and patience to get to this point, but what a job you've done.
Sounds like Armin went on mute with us again. But, yeah, everybody's been so excited. They see the website, and they're like, wow, it's pretty cool. The people that have logged into their back office now, they're seeing it, and they're saying, wow, it's just really clean, simple, very concise. A few of the people that didn't maybe get an update is, guys, when you go to log in, then you have to use your ID number. You can't use just a username, so use your ID number. And then click on I forgot my password. And it's going to ask you what email you registered, and what it'll do, it'll go ahead and send you over a fresh password. Because if you were in Vista before today, you had the old site. So the new site has a brand new password, and that's probably one of the things that we've answered quite a bit today. Obviously, people are getting anxious. They're wanting to know, how soon can we get the mini miner? What's the price? How does the comp plan work? And these will be all things that will be rolled out here just in the next 24, 48 hours for everyone. One of the things that happens, as you mentioned, when brand new technology, brand new websites come out, everything has to be tested and checked. People hear that and they know that, but they still get anxious and they still have questions. So I get impatient just as much as anybody else does. But guys, you know what's happened? Everything came out at the perfect time. If the doors would have been opened a week ago when all of us wished it would have had, it wouldn't have been ready. Then we would have been complaining. So now we've got a fresh website. We've got a great back office. We've got an updated product we're going to hear about. We had a few people say, well, you know what, we were supposed to have the mini miner before. Well, they found a new way to make this product better that Raj got to talk to us about last week. And it was pretty cool to hear that because, guys, how would you like to have a car that went maybe 100 miles an hour, but also the next week you could have got the same car and run 150? Maybe you're somebody not into speed, but that illustration right there is the difference between the initial mini miner that we spoke about and the new one that's coming out. So we got a lot of cool things, George. Everybody is excited. A lot of people, again, have been impatient. And all we have to do is just be patient a few more days because the team is here. You heard Armin speak. He's a real guy. Brent and myself got a chance to fly out there and hang out, meet Armin, stay up late, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and visiting and making sure that, he understood us and we understood him. And it's cool that we've got somebody that we can speak to like that. It's cool we can have somebody like Paul that's got years of experience and background knowledge on this industry, and he knows when the right time to pull the plug is too and the right time to start. So, guys, you've got a good team of people over here behind the scenes that you can be very proud of. And when everything comes to fruition, we're all going to be very happy. But guess what? The website's up. The back office is up, George. That's a big move here, and people are excited, brother. Back to you.
Yes, sir. So, Mr. Armin, I know you went to get Raj. I didn't know if you got him yet or not. If not, I'll move on to Paul. Okay, that's the old...
he's still on hold. I had to mute him out again, so I guess he's probably still trying to get him on. Anyway, what? I'll just cover a couple of housekeeping things, and I'll come on back later to close the call. But one of the things we're going to ask for all of you, I know some of you probably thought, my brother's out of the country, but I want to save a spot for him, so you might have stuck an extra spot in there. And it's got your phone number and email address on there. Our computer is going to kick out all duplicate phone numbers and email addresses. So if you were saving a spot for your brother, your mother, your father, your next-door neighbor, or good friend or whatever, and you saved it in the name of Mickey Mouse or Mother Teresa, there's a few of those in there too. So if that's what you were using to hold a place, we need you in the next 24 hours to get in there, and whoever you were saving that position for, get it assigned to them. And they've literally they've opened the software so that you can go in. Normally, you have to, with almost every software program out there, you cannot change a name once it's in there. You've got to put in a help desk ticket. They charge you $50, and they've got to, it takes a few days to get it done. It's open right now, where you'll be able to go in there and actually change that name. So if you sponsored, Donald Duck, and you wanted to make that your brother or your best friend, have them go in there and get the data that belongs to them plugged in there before we purge all of the spots that are duplicates, triplicates, or whatever. We, for compliance reasons, our computer only recognizes a single entity, per person. You're not allowed to have more than one entity. That has gotten many companies in legal problems in the past, and we are dotting every I, crossing every T, and we're making sure we do everything to be 100% totally compliant. Also, I know there's going to be a new wave of enthusiasm on bringing new people in, and there's going to be a lot of chatter going on tonight, the next few days, everybody calling everybody. And I just want to remind everybody that, people ask, what is the investment to join this? The answer is always, there is no investment whatsoever. And they say, well, what's the investment to buy a mini miner? There's no investment. That is an actual purchase. And you pay, if you're buying it at retail, $1,495. If you're buying it as a distributor, at a distributor discounted price, it's $1,350. If you're buying them in larger quantities, you're getting them, it'll be right on the website. You'll see the lower prices. But that is an actual purchase. And you paid in a cryptocurrency. It may be equivalent of U.S. dollars, as we refer to it, but you'll be paying with cryptocurrency. But that is an actual purchase. People say, well, what's that going to yield me? Well, there's no yield. That's on investments. There's no yield here. They're going to say, well, what's my ROI? If I buy that machine, how fast will I ROI? Well, if anybody in the investment world knows that ROI stands for return on investment, and since this is not an investment, there's no return. They say, well, what percentage can I make a day? We never quote any percentages. And so we're keeping this 100% legal. We're keeping this more than an arm's length. We're keeping this as far as the East is from the West, from any terminology, any definitions or names that would any way, shape, or form be connected with any kind of an investment program, because this is not one. And so we're going to ask all of you to just clean up any verbiage you may be using. And I know sometimes it's hard to get rid of a bad habit. And a few weeks ago, I know I heard a lot of people saying things that we shouldn't be saying. And again, a lot of people think, well, are we going to do away with the free sign-up? Nothing's free in life, folks, but we are not going to be charging you to become a member, an affiliate with the company, even though there is a cost of around $49, $50. I've owned my own MLM company for a decade. We've analyzed and evaluated the cost to support a distributor on an annual basis. It runs right around $50. We're absorbing that. The company is actually absorbing that out of their corporate profits on the sale of the mini miner, and so there's no membership fee. There will be an annual renewal of $49 that will support that back office, once you've already made that first purchase, that covers that. And I know that a lot of people will be coming in without making a purchase, and it's going to, cover them as well. Now, a lot of people are going to ask, well, am I required to buy a mini miner? And if anyone asks you that, the answer is always no. And you'll never know. Sometimes you'll get a phone call from somebody, a friend of mine told me to call you. You never know. I want all of you to treat every single phone call as if it's a call from the Federal Trade Commission or the Securities Exchange Commission. And you've got to be on guard. Because we're in a climate right now where a number of companies have gotten themselves in trouble out there, and in many cases it was the distributors in the field that were saying the wrong thing. And so we want to apprise all of you that you just need to be on guard and make sure you're not saying anything that we're not or that we do anything that we don't. And so there's no cost to become an affiliate with our company. There never is. And you say, well, do I have to purchase one to participate in the compensation plan? Well, no, you can always earn commissions without any purchase, and you can also participate in the compensation plan without a purchase as long as you make a sale to a retail customer, so you have a way of qualifying without actually making a purchase yourself. But it's important you understand that, so people start asking you questions like, what does it cost to join? The answer is nothing. They say, well, how much do I make if I recruit somebody? The answer is nothing. There's no money ever made on the act of recruiting. It's only made on the sale of product. And so just some other little housekeeping things to keep in mind here. Also, some of you are chomping at the bit and anxious to buy your mini miner. You're ready to run over off and hand arm in the cash and cash. Must buy your mini miner with cryptocurrency, preferably Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum on our website. That's what you will need to use to purchase your mini miner. And so, to do that, you've got to have the Bitcoin available. And many of you that are chomping at the bit, maybe you haven't arranged for that yet. Some of the things you've been doing over the next few days here. If you haven't started already, we got into some pretty detail on that on last night's call. But you need to go to where you can purchase some Bitcoin. Now, we've made it real easy. We found SpectroCoin is a very simple and easy to use place to purchase Bitcoin, and that's listed right on the site. If you go to purchase one of the units, and they'll say, need to buy Bitcoin.
Paul, there's some background noise in some place. And
you know what? We're going to have to change our host number because there's a lot of people in here on that host number tonight. They must have been given out by mistake. We're blanking out some of these microphones here that I see. I think I'm just blanking out a bunch of people that called in on that. And we will be opening up Armour's line in a minute because I do believe he has Raj on here. But
yeah, he does.
I clicked enough of the mics that we did find the one that was making the noise in the background there. Okay, continuing. There are several places you can go to buy Bitcoin. There's literally dozens of them. I'll just name a few if you're not familiar with them. One is Gemini. You can open up a Gemini account. Just go to Gemini. Just Google Gemini. I'm not sure if it's I believe it's Gemini.com. That's a very popular one. It's owned by the Winklevoss twins. If you ever see them interviewed, they're on television all the time being interviewed about Bitcoin. That's a very popular, reliable one. Another one is Coinbase. Coinbase was really overloaded. They had like 1.7 million people join last month. It was just massive. 100,000 people a day joining. And they had to shut it down. Wouldn't let people join. They couldn't put servers in fast enough. I believe they've gotten ahead of things. They're letting new people join on that one. You just go to Coinbase, Google that one. You can just get on that one. Or you can just click right on our website. Go to the SpectroCoin. And then, without burdening your sponsor, I know it's a little scary, and if you've never gone through that before, and you might want to just have them get on there and walk you through with a screen share the first time. But see how responsible you can be, doing it for yourself. It'll say how to buy Bitcoin. Just click on it. If you're on Coinbase, you just click on how to buy Bitcoin, and a whole tutorial opens up. Well, it says, number 1, sign up for Coinbase. Number 2, connect to your bank account. You add your checking account to it. Number 3, click buy and sell Bitcoin. And it walks you right through every step of the way on how to do it. And, if you just sit there and follow the prompts, you'll find it rather easy to do that. And once you get that account open, then you'll want to purchase your Bitcoin, and you can do that either by a wire transfer from your bank, a transfer right from your bank account to Coinbase or Gemini or SpectroCoin, or you can use your debit card. Debit cards get credit immediately if it's a bank check account debit card. They credit it immediately. Like you go click, and in like 1 second, it shows your account balance. The problem is when you're new, each one's a little different. They restrict you to either $200, $400, or $500, and so some of you need to get started. If you're going to do that, you may have to put $500 a week in for 3 weeks to get your Bitcoin in there. Or some people know people that already have Bitcoin. If you've got some friends that have been in the cryptocurrency space for a while and they've got a accumulation of Bitcoin, you might want to just buy some of theirs and they can transfer it immediately. Get a little creative on that. Talk to your enroller, somebody in your upline, and they can give you a little advice on that. But you will need to start accumulating some Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin, one of those right now, or Dash, so that you can purchase that mini miner. So you want to start preparing to do that. So if we can get all that done in the next few days, you'll be ready to purchase your mini miner when they become available, and that will be in just a few days. And we're just holding back on that to make sure that there's no corrupt data in there. We believe we've purged all of that out. We've connected all the broken links, and the data was pretty corrupted when we got it. And we believe we've got all the missing links figured out, and it should be flowing. Again, when you're logging in, don't just go in there and make sure your email address and phone number and all that's correct. But make sure that you check who your enroller is and make sure that that is correct as well. We want to make sure that we've got everybody linked up here. And with that, I think that we've had a real smooth transition over here. As you know, Armin and his genius rolled out a plan that was going to be 3 phases. Phase 1 was to build a foundation, get everybody making their, participating in the early part of the program without it being network marketing. And then he introduced phase 2, which would be the rolling out of the network marketing aspect of it, expanding to a real robust, powerful software that could handle global transactions and expand into $1 billion company. And we're right in the process right now of transitioning 1.0 to 2.0. So we're in some exciting times here, folks. It's really, really exciting. And I'm just going to check on Armin's mic. We'll unmute that, see if he's got on hold music still, or whether he has Raj on with him. And it sounds like he's got Raj there. Whoop.
Hey, Paul.
Yep.
Hi, Paul.
Okay,
can you hear me
ahead.
okay?
Yeah,
okay,
we
great.
get you on loud and clear.
All right. Well, I have a special guest here that all the people on this call, calling from all over the place, and even people all over the world are plugging into this call tonight. Want to hear? He's our good friend, and he's part of Vista. He is Vista. He's with us. It's amazing. What Raj has done for us, and he's like a family for us. So I got Raj on the line here, Paul. I wanted to introduce both of you. I know you've never met before. Raj, this is Paul. He's our chairman of our council in our field. And Paul, this is Raj, the genius behind the mini miner and this technology. Raj, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Raj, we're so excited to hear from you this evening. Armin's been just talking about you every single day for, I guess, the last 45 days, and just your expertise, your creative, nature, your inventive talents, and how capable you are of being able to produce something that will stand head and shoulders above anything else out there in the industry, giving us a real first mover advantage with this thing. And so I'm thrilled to, I've heard you on a couple other calls. I'm just thrilled that you're on with us tonight to tell us a little bit more about this latest version that you're producing for us. And we're all anxious to just, hear what we've got that's going to make us so different from all the other companies out there, and why this unit is not like anything else the world has ever seen. So, Raj, take it away.
Okay. So, first of all, one of the most important things that I was thinking about, that producing a miner that uses low energy, because we have to be socially responsible. If you look at the world today, with solar and wind energy, still, the world does not have surplus of energy. It has shortage of energy. You know what I mean? So cryptocurrency being decentralized, and also, new technology that is going to change the world, but we can still use too much energy to run that network, So my idea also, the second part of it is that taking Bitcoin as an example, you need major, expensive ASIC computers to mine Bitcoin to make it profitable. Even with those big computers, still it's not profitable. So because the energy cost is so high, too much heat, too much noise. So I wanted to design something that is very passive, that is efficient. It costs only $5 a month to run, and it'll run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and people can, again, from home, start mining for Bitcoin, so Ethereum, or 40 different different currencies as we start turning them on with our smart pool. So, and we have achieved that. And we'll be delivering that here in February.
That is exciting.
Sorry, there's a lot of noise out there. I'm out and about.
Okay, well, Raj, thank you for coming on and sharing that with us. I know we're all very anxious. It's going to take a lot of people a few days to build up their accounts and get ready to make that purchase. And we'll be opening that up pretty soon. People will be able to place orders. It sounds like we will be able to deliver those in just the next couple of weeks here, so that's going to be exciting as well. And I'm glad you touched on the fact that we're so environmentally friendly. We're in a point in time and an age right now where everybody's concerned about the environment, and here's something that's very gentle on the environment. There's all kind of projections of having reached peak oil and depleting all of our fossil fuel resources, and of course we're scrambling to get solar and other things up. But the mainstay of the main source of energy has been fossil fuels, either coal or oil. Or gas, and we've been consuming those resources at a rapid rate. And so to have something that kind of decentralizes the established mining operations that are such huge gobblers of energy, and be able to decentralize it and move it into like tens of thousands and eventually millions of homes with these little mini miners that don't produce heat and don't produce noise and are very quiet and are very inexpensive to run is going to be just a major positive impact on our environment. And so we're excited about that too. I feel like we're not only having a business, making some money, giving people home-based business opportunities, we're saving the world out there because we're helping reduce energy consumption for these mining operations that are becoming so popular right now. And so that is truly exciting. So George, did you have any other speakers this evening?
No, Raj, are you still there? I think we should ask him some more questions.
Okay.
I'm still here.
Raj, can you take a couple questions from us? Okay.
Sure, go ahead.
Sure, Raj. I guess people are anxious of you're in the manufacturing. Can you give us an idea of when we'll start to see this? And tell us a little of the improvement from Model 1 that we have at the office to what you're coming out with in manufacturing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this initial idea was to take, to honestly speak, take Raspberry Pi, which is, very widely available, very popular, amazing little credit card sized computer, and taking that and actually making it mine was my first idea. Then once I got that mining properly, then my idea was, that's a Raspberry Pi, it's for projects. But we have to put something out there that is very professional, and better than Raspberry Pi, So, went to the drawing board. We have beefed up memory. We have beefed up the CPU power. We have put other technologies in place where SATA, that is to add a total hard drive, to that little PC and make it a super computer. And we have actually achieved that. So this is not what's running in the office. It's the initial, our Raspberry Pi, ideology, but now we have our own computer. It is a supercomputer, and it is the credit card size. It can do many things, from streaming videos to regular computing to, make it your, put it right next to your stereo and have, 10,000 songs, in a playlist. It'll do all of that. And the miner will still run in the background and still perform, very well.
So are we still going to have up to 40 altcoins to choose from, and can you take us through that process once we get it? I mean, we get into the details a little bit later, but I guess people are anxious on when we'll actually be able to start shipping that model out. I know you're under production. Can you give us a window of time we might be able to get those out?
Yeah, it'll be in mid-February. We'll start shipping for sure. And when it comes to 40 coins, we will actually, because we are building our own pool. If you take any miners and put it in even the best pool there is out there, you're going to get nothing but peanuts. You know what I mean? So because of this, we studied it, and we are building a pool for Vista, primarily only for Vista. So you will make money with this. So the coins, the amount of coins, we will actually shore it up, and we will put betas out there. We will say, okay, hold on for a second.
I think what he's meaning, Paul, is that he's probably going to give signals out of what is the best to mine. Usually they do algorithms, and they'll figure out what is the best and most profitable coin to. Yep, go ahead.
Definitely.
So basically, as we move forward with developing the pool, we will start adding other coins. As the other coins are available, you know what I mean, anybody can pick and choose to mine those coins.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I think what we'll do, George, when we start shipping the units, people start receiving them, we'll actually do a Zoom call and actually record that, then we can send it out so everybody can pass the link around in case they're not available at the exact time we do the live broadcast, and then that'll be something we can even permanently put in the back office, and everybody will go in there and see how to do that. So that's going to be exciting. And what's exciting for me is that we are giving people a legitimate home-based business where they, they receive the computer, they take it out of the box, they set it up, they program it, they get it running, they make sure it's plugged in, they make sure it's running 24 hours a day, they check on it. It's a real, legitimate, hands-on, unquestionable home-based business activity for which they'll be handsomely rewarded, but they'll be rewarded because they are, putting in the effort on that to make sure that it's operating and running smoothly and it's functioning. And I can picture somebody putting in a second one, a third one, a fourth one. Raj, how many units could somebody have on one ISP service?
Basically, any good broadband, they can have up to probably 10, without diminishing anything that goes on their regular computing activities. So also one of the things that I would like to interject that is very important, with this mini miner and the smart pool, with Vista Smart Pool, we are going to change, how cryptocurrency world, mines out there. So we will also have our own, toll-free number. There will be operators there. That is, on the manufacturer side, okay? To help people, everybody has to understand, we together are going to change how this industry works. So if there are little hiccups or problems or whatever it is, we'll fix it. You know what I mean? There's nothing unfixable. So we'll fix everything. So that's very important for everybody to understand. We are part of a process, and we are part of a movement,
Wonderful. Well, I'm excited, Paul. I think that, my God, what a upgrade in our computer from what we started with, where we are now, and where we can go with this thing. So we want to get this thing out and get everybody going and mining. and start getting into profit mode with a product that's never been seen before in the market. So maybe we can have, I don't know if Mr. Brent Robinson's on here. We can have one more word before we close up and go back to Armin. Brent, are you there? No, he's not. So, Armin, we just had
Wow.
this amazing time here.
Hey, George, I'm just, I'm sitting here in my kitchen table, and I'm listening to Raj and you guys. And I'm like little kid in the candy store jumping up and saying, wow, we did it, you know. and wow, it's so amazing, you know, to hear what Raj is saying. And it's really a special moment, everybody. We've raised the bar. We've started a movement, and all of you are here with us, you know. Are there going to be haters? Of course they're going to be haters. Are there going to be naysayers? They're going to be there. But, you know, we're going to do our thing anyways, and we're going to change the world.
I want to interject. Sorry for cutting you off on that. You told me, Armin, there's a couple of people on YouTube. Okay, if somebody can get Raspberry Pi mining, good on them, but I don't think they can. But in the office, it's already running. But
Yes.
what we were talking about, our miner is not even Raspberry Pi. It's way better than that, okay? Number one,
Amazing.
we proved it to them. So there will be a lot of people who are self-proclaimed experts.
Of course.
Self-proclaimed experts are good as, you know what.
Thank you, Raj.
You know,
Yeah,
we should not actually pay attention to self-proclaimed experts because they don't have any basis, you know, to, you know, the amount of knowledge. So
Thank you for interjecting that, Raj, because there's a lot of people out there who listen to these self-proclaimed experts and believe them. I don't know why they believe them, but they believe them. But, you know, this is like the Apple One, the first iPhone, Steve Jobs coming up, you know, in front of the auditorium and saying, this is the iPhone 1. And I'm sure there were a lot of self-proclaimed experts out there who said that's not going to work. And look at that company now, and look at that product.
For that matter, even in the, you know, in the mid-90s, Apple was in major trouble.
Right.
They were in huge trouble after running for so many years. So, but they figured it out. That's why I said earlier, anybody, these are early adopters who are excited, who's joining us, you know, moving forward with us. You
Amazing.
have to be very proud saying, I got the first batch. I got the second batch.
Wow.
I worked with this and look at where we are at. You know,
Wow.
that time will come.
I love that, Raj. Thank you so much. And this is really what we've done at Vista in this 1 year positioning and getting ready. We figured out how to create the first cryptocurrency affiliate marketing company to be the first company that you and your friends have been waiting for, to say, this is the one. This is the true company. And we brought the talent together. We brought the technology together from the back office, multi-million-dollar, powerful software that's going to power this entire movement. And from the front with, you know, on the other side of it, you have Raj, who's innovation, you know, technology guru. And, you know, we're going to just make it better. We're going to make the mini miner better and better and better and better. And we're going to create a movement. So, Paul, thank you very much. Friends all around the world, this is Armin Temurian, your CEO and co-founder. On behalf of the entire team, I want to say one last thing. Welcome to Vista, everybody. It's in our name. It's who we are. We're going to change the world. We're going to create the incredible movement. We're proud to have you here. 2.0 has started. 3.0 will launch end of March. Guys, everybody, friends, welcome to Vista. Thank you so much, and good night.
Thank you for all for tuning in, everybody. And special thank you to all you field leaders that have been very patient. People like Scott Chandler, Brent, Lee, Ed, George. I know that you've been like the little Dutch boy with his finger in the dam, holding everybody back from their anxiety, ensuring them that this day would come. This day is here. You just heard it right from Armin. You heard it from Raj. It's all systems go. I've been on the phone with Kevin every day for the last few weeks. The software isn't ready anymore. It is active now. It's been ready, but now we've thrown the switch. Everything is here, folks. The units have been in production. Software's up and running. You can plug it in your back office. It's not a dream anymore. It's a reality, folks. So, grab this thing, embrace it, and run with it. And again, thanks to all of you. And our call schedule, we'll still have another one tomorrow night because a lot of people may have missed tonight to call, and we'll bring them up to speed that they can now start contacting all of their friends, neighbors, and relatives and everybody they know. So with that, again, good night. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. Bye for now.